Thanks for clicking on Total Harmonic Distortion channel. Today we're going to take a look at my vintage 88 flanger. This flanger has a threshold, a manual, a range, a speed, and enhance, as well as an odd-even harmonics. The odd-even harmonics controls the phase of the impulse. And the threshold is a noise gate of sorts so that you won't hear any noise while the effect is engaged and there's no signal coming through. The manual controls a delay of about a half a millisecond to approximately 15 milliseconds, and the range control adjusts the modulation for about maybe 14 milliseconds. And like all flangers, they have feedback control on them. The feedback control allows you to add more delays into the signal, and it just enhances the effect a bit more and gives you a bit of a different sound. If I take the speed and the range all the way down, you can see that the difference between the odd even harmonics as far as frequency is concerned is basically they're opposite comb filters. So that's kind of what that does as far as odd even. And when you're in very, very small low delays, you'll definitely see some divots on different frequencies. And that's where you get that kind of sweepy sort of flanging sound effect. Now, courses typically are around 5-6 milliseconds, and you can see there's the comb filter kind of gets indistinguishable by that point. But when you're in very low delays, you'll definitely hear that enhanced sort of signal. This also features the control. The control allows you to sweep the manual control with a volume push, which is just kind of cool. And I guess that's it as far as the features of this thing. Let's take a look at the noise floor. Okay, this is a plug-in effect, so there's no power supply involved. And with the effect on, the noise floor is up a little bit, but not too bad. There's a bit of low frequency in there, and let me change the sampling rate down to 48 kilohertz, just because the interface is quieter at that particular rate. Ooh, at that I'm getting a little bit of harmonics. It looks like 60, 120, that kind of stuff. So it's off of the power line, and I think it's due to my cabling kind of sneaking around. I don't have my cabling all that clean. So take that with a grain of salt and move back up. Yeah, it pretty much goes away that way. And look at the high frequencies, and that's that. Let's go back a little bit and take a look at the delay, and just take a look at just the delayed signal itself. I'll put the manual here, and we'll chop off the first milliseconds. Click here, F5. Alright, so the frequency response to the delay is, this is 20 kilohertz right here. This is basically beyond human hearing. But for small delays, too small, because basically I can't go slower, or delay lower than a millisecond kind of screws me up. The frequency response is actually quite good. It maybe drops maybe 3-4 dB at 20 kilohertz. And we'll see some aliasing distortion kind of coming in. It looks like there's some sort of a filter kicking in. Pick that out a little bit. Yeah, the longer the delays, the high frequency basically gets filtered out. But for the shorter delays of basically lower than maybe 7-8 milliseconds, you got a surprisingly flat frequency response on this. Okay, I guess that's it for that. I'll click over here and get over to browser mode. Click on the wrong one. There we go. For browser mode, as you can see, these is a vintage thing. It's no longer made. They're ranging from about 400 to maybe I'd have to call this about $350 to $550 as far as the used price. Looks like there's a reissue out available now from Universal Audio. They're down the street, but yeah, they won't give me anything to test. So that'd be an interesting thing to test to see how close they actually got to the original. That's it. That's it for this episode. Please subscribe.